to thank LinkedIn for having us. There's not very many LinkedIn people, but thank you very much for hosting this. It's been really helpful. It's nice to actually meet. It's been over 3 years now, so that's great. So just want to talk briefly about the next summit, where we are wanting to have it, some proposals. I know Cork has come up again.
No, sorry.
What?
Dublin.
There's Dublin's another one. I haven't seen the Yahoo office there before, so that'd be interesting to see. Should be okay.
Yeah, it should be good.
Is there enough space and stuff like that for?
I think they can convert. I haven't seen a room big like this, but
Yeah,
there's a lot of space.
generally the international is probably about, you would need about half the size of this.
Yeah, that should be fine.
Yeah.
I mean, they can convert the big space, they can put walls, whatever they can do.
Okay.
You can talk with them.
Okay.
Well, the Cork one at Apple was actually willing to volunteer for that?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
Like, pay attention.
What?
We're talking about summits, Cork, Apple.
Yeah, what about it?
Is that okay?
Is that feasible?
Well, I can't make that promise right now here and
Yeah,
there.
yeah, I know. I know you're not like,
Yeah,
promising,
no,
but
I'm not the.
it's
yeah,
a
but,
possibility though.
I mean, it was fine last time. It was not a humongous deal to get that approved.
I mean, that was 5 years ago though.
Yeah, and I think it'll probably be easier now because we have better contacts and better,
Yeah, I think
better James.
Yeah.
Says.
Do you still have Tim over there? Was it Tim?
Tim
Not in-
Buns, yeah.
but
But
he's
he's
not there. But we actually have real folks on CDN now in the office.
Okay.
so it's even more reasonable to have it there now.
Yeah, they used to, what Brian did last time was scheduled before high season.
What do you mean?
Like the hotel we stayed in went from $180 to $400 a night,
Well, that was
like
because
a
of
week later.
that. Was because of that.
Wasn't there
Ed
like
Sheeran
a,
hands
there's
or
a
whatever, wasn't it?
conference, right? There's a traveling season, there's a summer season where everything gets more expensive. in Europe.
Okay, it does. But-
Yeah, I thought you
There's
knew
a
that.
con-
That's why you
concert like that weekend or something.
Yeah, there was a concert.
Ed Sheeran.
Yeah.
But it was
Yeah,
before, not
like
after.
took a picture with that cardboard cut.
Yeah.
But that was before. That was before, not after.
Was it before? Okay.
Yeah.
That was crazy though. Yeah. Any other proposals? Any other countries? Like, pay attention. Is there any other proposals? Any other
Well, someone has
offices?
suggested St. Croix. But
Yeah, St. Croix. Hey, Miss Story, how big's your house?
St. Croix was very nice.
Monterey doesn't.
I would have to say that was like still
No.
the best summit ever. The St. Croix, I think that's like the top one.
What's bizarre about St. Croix is we actually got a whole lot of work done there. It's
I
actually-
know. Well, we had to because it was like for Phil and Comcast. I mean, we were required to get a lot of work done because for justification of going to St. Croix, and it's pretty hard to justify St. Croix. So you have to. It's a high.
It was
bar.
really more of a hackathon though than a summit.
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah.
Because we spent a ton of time fixing all these Coverity bugs,
Yes, we fixed a lot of polarity.
like
bugs and-
hundreds of them.
Yeah, hundreds. We had, and you can see if you look at the commit records, it's just like, it's a huge spike.
I wonder if we should look at doing that for a 10 cleanup.
Wouldn't have necessarily. That's fine. Maybe not. Wouldn't have to be a St. Croix necessarily, but yeah, I think it probably makes sense to have a more of a hackathon than a summit to do, say, Coverity or 10x cleanup, right, or whatever.
Those would kind of be, intertwined, right? We'd be running 10, propose 10 through Coverity or whatever, and then saying, okay, let's fix this stuff. Right?
But I mean, we could do that. We can do a longer event, right? So a whole week in Cork, and we do 2 or 3 days summit, and then 2 days of pain and misery fixing bugs.
Yeah,
And the
I could go with
updates.
that. We have, I'm gonna be flipping on the other side, not just to convince people to actually show up and slave away on fixing bugs for 3 or 4 days. You better have a pretty good draw.
So St. Croix was a good draw.
Yeah, so people are willing to show up and actually work.
Yes.
Well, except Blake, but
I don't know if Stephen would be able to pull that off again. I mean, Stephen like set up everything really
Is
nice.
that company still there?
I don't know. So we basically at St. Croix, we had a mansion that we went ahead and worked in. It was, I don't know, at least,
It was the house of Victor Borge, a famous Danish pianist.
and it was a beautiful like house. And then, yeah, it was overlooking the water, and we were able to we had like a room ourselves, and then we would go out, have our lunches catered to us, and sit on the patio and eat lunch and stuff like that, and then go work. And then we go out. Yeah, Stephen knew everybody on the island, so we go out to the nice restaurants and stuff like that. You knew all the people who own the restaurants. It was really good.
I'm convinced.
That's why I said it was like the summit was the top one. And that's why we had to really work our butts off just to to justify it. So
I'm leaning toward Leif's suggestion. I hate to admit that, but yeah, have a 2-day summit in Cork or Dublin, and then have people stay an extra 3 days.
Yeah,
and slam some. Really focus on what are Coverity and whatnot issues in 10. Fix those.
Mm-hmm. Well, we have more tools now. There's quite a few people running different tools and stuff now, and I haven't even kept track of all of them. I know, like Evan and Brian, one of them or both of them have been like doing other tools.